John Stossel went on Bill O'Reilly's show, and he's going to admit here that he's not so sure this whole equality thing is a good idea. And not only that, they're also going to give you their personal stories and use that as evidence as to why America is perfect and capitalism is fantastic. Listen.
Define your belief so even I can understand it about equality in this country.
That we ought to be equal under the law, but otherwise we're not going to be equal. And when government tries to make us equal, it is like the George Orwell story. The politically connected become more equal than others.
All right, let's walk through this. What'd your father do for a living?
He came here as a poor immigrant and worked in a factory and then invented something and eventually owned half the factory.
Okay. You didn't have any political connections growing up. Where'd you grow up?
Outside Chicago, suburbs.
All right. So you don't have any political connections, right?
Right.
All right. So you rose up to be one of the most famous economic reporters, consumer reporters in the country, right?
True.
Okay. Now, same thing with me. My father was a low-level accountant. I didn't make a lot of money, no connections anywhere. And look at me, Stossel. I'm more famous and powerful than you. All right? So, I think that most Americans are equal in the sense that they have a chance to achieve things that are amazing.
I made it, and you made it. So America is perfect. How dare you critique it? How dare you try to change any policy? Stop it, you damn commies. How silly are these people? No, I mean, it is amazing, man. There's so many things to get to there from just that little clip. So I like when Stossel says, well, we ought to be equal under the law. Oh, thank you, John. I appreciate that. But other than that, we're not equal. And government shouldn't try to change that. Government isn't trying to change that. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. They act like, government walks in and says, all right, Mr. Kulinski, we now need you to come with us because you're going to play one-on-one with Kobe Bryant and you need to tie him every single time because everybody's equal. No, everybody knows Kobe Bryant is a master at basketball. I am not. Tiger Woods is a master at golf. I'm okay at golf, but I'm no Tiger Woods. People are good at different things. Some guys are great at business. Some people are great doctors. We're not saying everybody is equally good at everything and we are literally all the same. That's nonsense. What we are saying is, in a society that is civilized and rational, we need to give everybody an equal opportunity so that they can then figure out what their passions are, what their dreams are, what they're good at, what they're bad at, and how they should live their lives. That's what we're saying. And guess what? Here's what, the best societies in the world have decided constitutes an equal opportunity. You need free healthcare. Now, I know this drives them crazy, but guess what? You're not going to be able to get a good-paying job or manage your way through life if you go bankrupt because of medical bills. And medical bills in the U.S. is the #1 cause of bankruptcy. Okay? So we need free healthcare. We need universal education, including college. How the hell is somebody supposed to make it when they get out of college and they're already $143,000 in debt? That is insanity. You are a slave to your debt holders. You just have you have to do whatever your corporate overlords tell you to do and whatever the banksters tell you to do because you're in such debt to them that you'll never be able to pay it off and you can't file for bankruptcy for that either. You just have to continue to pay it off. There's members of Congress that are still paying off student loan debt. People in their 60s still paying off student loan debt. Okay, you're making it so that this isn't equality of opportunity. You're making it so that certain segments of society and certain people are at a disadvantage from the get-go. They don't have health care. They don't have a good education that doesn't, make them broke. If we don't have the government to make sure that our food won't poison us, how are you going to have an equal opportunity if you're dead when you're 17 from cholera or salmonella or you ingest E. coli and die? How's that supposed to work? But see, that's the thing. These guys, they push aside all of the concrete things that government does that makes it so that we have an equal opportunity. They push those aside and say, don't pay attention to that at all. And we'll just say, oh, everybody's not equal and that's it. You are what it is what it is.